Hello everyone, my name is Leon. Today we are going to have some Pokemon speculation. If it isn't obvious by the title and thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the machine in the Zero Lab, located seemingly at the bottom of the Paldean crater, and speculating on why it ultimately doesn't matter if it really is a time machine or if these Pokemon are being pulled from the imagination of the user. I also want to emphasize that this is mostly for fun. I don't expect any of my theories/speculation to come true. However, spoiler warning if I'm onto something. If this is your kind of thing, think about subscribing. Now, kick back, relax, and let's get into the speculation. Alright, the reason Paradox Pokemon are called paradoxes is because they were seen by Heath, the writer of the Scarlet and Violet journals, 200 years before the time machine was even built. Now, how could Heath have seen these Pokemon 200 years before Sada and Turo built the time machine? Well, it's rumored that Heath made it all up, and that the Pokemon in the Scarlet and Violet journals are all figments of his imagination. And Sada and Turo grew up obsessed with these journals, only dreaming to see these Pokemon one day. Now, I don't know if the third legendary has anything to do with Pokemon being pulled through time or from the imaginations of others just for the sake of defending itself, or if there's something more nefarious going on, and that ultimately doesn't matter to this particular speculation. I'm trying to focus on who might be after this kind of power. In my last video, I speculated on Nemona's parents being connected to Silphco and funding the excavation of the crater. However, back in the day, a lot of Silphco scientists pledged allegiance to Team Rocket, and we've already previously discussed that Silphco might have loose ties to Team Galactic through the study of Rotom. Now, I don't know if Silphco has any current ties to evil teams in the Pokemon world, but do you know what this could mean if they do? Now, it doesn't matter if it's Team Rocket, Team Galactic, or some new team. What do all these teams have in common? They're seeking power, and in some cases, creating more powerful alternate forms of Pokemon. Think about Mewtwo. Think about Genesect. You're telling me that Iron Valiant doesn't look like an evil team spliced together and mechanized a Gardevoir and a Gallade? But it generally is always an evil team that's trying to make stronger Pokemon. But do you know who else is trying to draw out the strength of Pokemon? Colress, the gray hat scientist that plays both sides. He also gives you a Master Ball after you defeat him in his debut games, Black and White 2. Though he isn't seen in X and Y, Colress is mentioned to be studying the stones on Route 10, saying that they emit some kind of special energy. And let it be known that these stones are the headstones of Pokemon sacrificed to the ultimate weapon 3,000 years ago. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, the games show us that he is on the research team developing Z-Ring technology. And he gives us the Genesect drives, which I don't remember if Black and White 2 shows us that he's involved with the Genesect project. If anyone knows that, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, in both Black and White 2 and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, both sequel games, DLC in their own right, Colress is involved with Pokemon Fusion. And Pokemon Fusion isn't anything new to the Pokemon world. It is heavily theorized, even though it is not outright stated in the game, that Mewtwo is a fusion, a DNA splicing of Mew DNA and human DNA. And I wouldn't be surprised if Colress was involved with that project as well. The games hint at his involvement with Genesect. The games hint that he might have studied Mega Evolution. The games show that he helped develop the Z-Ring, and the games show that he's continuing to further his research of Pokemon fusion. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was involved with trying to create the world's most powerful Pokemon, Mewtwo. He seems to always be where Pokemon are being made more powerful. So what am I speculating here? Well, if Colress was involved with the creation of Mewtwo, he might have loose ties to Silphco, and based on my last theory, that might connect him to the excavation of the Paldean crater. And that's what makes this all so interesting. If you've enjoyed this speculation, like the video, subscribe because more content is coming, and let me know in the comments below if this speculation has any validity. Have a good one.